Guys, it's that time of year again for the holiday gift guide from GetZone.com. Whether you're buying for family, friends, or for yourself, we have some pretty cool stuff to show you guys. And each of these will be just small mini reviews. But we really appreciate GetZone for putting all this together and all the companies that joined us. And GetZone is one of the best Second Amendment video platforms out there. American Guncraft 12 gauge double barrel shotgun. Yes, it is a shotgun. Yes, it's double barrel. And how can they do this? Well, it's black powder. And with black powder, they're not regulated for barrel length. So with a standard shotgun, it's got to be at least 18 inches with a pistol grip. This is a very small package, definitely weighty. Black powder, so these can be shipped right to your door in most states. So that means no FFL. Now, one thing about a black powder firearm is they're fairly slow to load. But guys, it's just a lot of fun. Now we have the Diablo here. It has a 6-inch barrel or 6-inch barrels. Beautifully nickel plated. I mean, it's a gorgeous piece. The rosewood grips, absolutely beautiful. We're going to see when we get to the range how I like these rosewood grips. But this is just a very well-made piece, and obviously made right here in the USA. Here on the hammer, when you cock it, you just have a lever, so you can switch it to either side. So it's one trigger, one hammer, and then when you want to go with the other barrel, you just switch it. I mean, it is a very simple design. The latches right here, easy just to push back and to open up, but it gives you a real solid lockup. And then we have their AR tactical shotgun. This is something else. I mean, it has a Picatinny rail. It has a place in the back for a buffer tube. You can put a stock on it. And again, this is not under NFA regulations. So that way we can put the stock on it, which we're going to do. And we'll show you that when we get it done. But I wanted to show you the way it came. It does have a metal full piece grip. The whole frame at the back is metal. Make a 6-inch, an 8-inch, and an 11-inch. Now they recommend a ½ ounce of shot, and then you can do 40 grains of FFG black powder. We're going to be using some 777, but I've seen a lot of guys testing these on up to get a lot more performance. Use the standard 209 primers. And they also come with a ceramic ramrod with a brass end. Now here we have the AR tactical shotgun all decked out with a stock. We also have a hand stop. Of course, you can put a pistol grip at the front. Now these are quality made, machined from a solid bar stock of 4130 steel. I mean, these are built like tanks. This isn't zinc or pot metal. These are really good quality firearms. In fact, each piece has to be polished for at least an hour before they apply the finish. Now they also have the Desperado, and it has a rubberized grip and forend, and it comes in an 11 and an 8-inch version. And they have a limited lifetime warranty. But these are a lot of fun. And guys, there's a lot of capability to be able to up this. We went with the recommended loads of 40 grains of powder with ½ ounce of birdshot. And it was very mild to shoot. I mean, honestly, when this first came in, I thought it was going to be just, you know, a hand cannon, which they call it a hand cannon. But you can get slugs, you can get buckshot, you can up the powder charge. And I'll tell you what, guys, a lot of people have experimented with these and they are really strong action. But we wanted to make sure that we just kept the recommendations. We will be doing a full review on these shotguns and we'll get into a lot of fun. But we just wanted to kind of show the loading process, which, you know, for black powder, you load from the front and it comes with the ramrod. So you're able to get your powder charge in there, put your wad in, take your shot, put your shot in, then put your shot card over it. And this just allows you to seal up the action and then half cock and then put in your primers. Primers are really easy to take in and out. Having a tool would make it a little bit easier. But just taking these out, guys, it is just a lot of fun. But also the smoke just adds to the day. There's just a lot of things that you can do with these. So guys, American Guncraft, the Diablo and the AR Tactical Shotgun. Double barrel. Gives you a lot of powers. The black powder, of course, you know, you can take these hunting. You can use this one actually for self-defense. You've got 2 rounds. Definitely something you can ship straight to your door. No FFL required. Again, in most states. And you can find more information at AmericanGuncraft.com. Laser ammo developed in 2009 by an IDF sniper. These are designed and made in Israel. This is one of the best ways to train with your firearm. I've had a lot of experience with laser ammo, and it is a really cool system. You can train anywhere, it doesn't have excessive noise, and yet it simulates the way you handle your firearm. We start out with the SureStrike laser, and you can get over 5,000 strikes on this. One of the things though that they've developed lately is their DryFireMag. Now before, every time you pulled the trigger, you'd have to rack the slide. Now you insert the mag and then you can continue to shoot. And it also comes with 3 reflective targets that are real easy to see. But we'll talk about some of the expansion and some of the really cool things that laser ammo is doing. Making sure that the gun is unloaded. We take the SureStrike laser, and this has a little black pad on the back. It comes to the back, and put this down into your chamber, just like this. Once it's seated, go ahead and drop your slide. Now we're going to take the extension pipe, and we have the threaded end toward the outside. So we go ahead and just put it inside our barrel, and then you just start to turn. Now this is the Glock Model 45. Of course, it has the more compact slide, and if you need extensions, they have one right here. This will fit into any 9mm handgun. And plus, there is the laser in the chamber, so this is a very safe system to practice with. But next, we're going to take the DryFireMag. Now, this is battery operated. It comes with a cable, and you can keep this charged. Now, this fits into any of your Glock pistols. It does have an orange base pad, again, to denote that this is a training firearm. Then you can see right here with the spring, it makes a clicking noise. Now, that was one of the downsides with the original laser ammo system, is you did have to pull the slide back after you pulled the trigger. With the DryFireMag, we can insert it just like we do a standard magazine. Now, you want to make sure that it's in the correct position. And then we're going to rack our slide. Notice that it doesn't pull out SureStrike laser. Then, when we pull the trigger, you can hear it click back. This is going to give you repeated and consistent trigger pulls. It's actually rated at 5.5 pounds, but you can get upgrade kits to set it to whatever trigger pull that you have on your Glock pistol. Now, one of the beauties of using this system is that you use your firearm, what you're accustomed to, the same grip angle, the same manual of arms, everything's the same, even your sights. If you're using a red dot, you can use that as well. So this is just a great way to be able to train and interactively see where your hits are impacting the target. So you're ready to go right out of the box with the SureStrike laser, and then again adding the DryFireMag just gives you more capability. But they also have the interactive multi-target training system, and so you can set up targets and they will react when the laser activates the target. And this is a really cool system. It even has no shoots and it has different sequences. There's a ton of different games that you can use with this system, and I love it. I mean, this is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun with the family. But they also have the LaserPET II, and that is more of just a single reactive target, and you can hit it and it does the same thing. It lights up and it gives you feedback on your shots. Also, these lasers will work with a lot of the other interactive laser systems. It improves skill, speed, and trigger pull. You can train anywhere. It's very safe, and with the additional accessories that laser ammo offers, I mean, the sky's the limit. Again, I've been using laser ammo for a number of years, and it is an excellent way to train. And if you want more information, go to laserammo.com. XS Sights out of Fort Worth, Texas. The family's been making sights for over 25 years, became XS Sights in 2017, and there's a lot of history behind XS Sights. My introduction to XS Sights was the DXT. This is a big dot over a small post, almost like you're putting it on a tee for a golf ball. These are excellent, really quick acquisition sights for up close and personal. But they had a lot of calls for just standard sights. So they came out with the R3D and now the R3D 2.0. The R3D sights are that traditional 3-dot sight. It comes in green, comes in orange. They make it for a number of different models. This is for the Glock, and it has just a standard post. They do make these in a suppressor height sight, but these are CNC machined and they're just really well done. Now we have the original R3D here on the left, and we have the R3D 2.0 on the right. Now the original R3D was a oxide finish, and steel can corrode. I've had sights to do this a number of years. Keeping your sights maintained is just very important. They went with a black nitride finish, which actually is much better for corrosion resistance, but it also hardens the metal. And so it just makes these sights more durable. You can also see that the dot is larger on the 2.0. In fact, it's 50% increase in tritium. And it has a PVC circle around it to be able to draw that tritium out and have a good contrast. Another thing, they've serrated the back sight. Here with the original, it's just a smooth finish. But you notice on the 2.0, it has a little bit of a cut there at the end. This is their lead-in, and this just makes it easier to insert into the sight channel. And it's actually a 50% reduction in energy to be able to drive this into the channel. They both have a cocking shelf, which is, to me, very important on a self-defense weapon. Now on the Glock Model 47, we have the green dot with the 2.0, and with the 48, we also have the orange dot in the 2.0. We have a Model 22, and we have the orange dot, and this is actually the original R3D. Here we have the R3D 2.0s. This is on the Glock Model 47. You have the green dot at the front. You can see where the space is. It's going to just give you a little more fine-tuning for your accuracy. Here's the original R3Ds. We have the orange dot. You can see a little bit less of the tritium in the back. But again, it does have that space in between. So guys, when it comes to XS sights, again, they've been around for over 25 years. They're right there in Fort Worth, Texas, and they're just making some really quality sights. Again, with the 2.0, you're getting an increase in tritium power, and they're very easy to install, just a lot of great features. And then, of course, they have their other sights available for a lot of different models of handguns, and they do for shotguns and other firearms. So check them out at xsights.com. MetGar, been in business for over 55 years, and they make magazines for many of the gun companies. Sold over 115 million magazines worldwide. It's an Italian company, and it's just good quality. One of the things about a magazine is this is the most vulnerable part of your gun typically. If you're having malfunctions, most of the time it's because of magazine issues. You've got to have good quality mags. And guys, I've been using MetGar for at least 30 years. I mean, they're just great magazines. And you can get some different type magazines that you can't find in other places. These are the 1911 mags, and they are the 8-rounders. This also comes in a nickel and a stainless steel, but it has a kind of a Teflon finish coating over here that makes it really easy to put in and out of your firearm. And of course, all the different calibers for 1911 as well. But the springs are a very important part. They're very high tensile strength music wire. They have the proper tension. They last a long time. And then when it comes to the body, they're heat treated very well. Feed lips have been reinforced, and they're in the right configuration, all the specs that just make it very reliable. The followers are self-lubricating, and whether you get the metal or the polymer followers. And then this particular model has a polymer base pad. A lot of them still just have their basic steel base pads. Of course, you have your witness holes up throughout. And guys, like this Springfield Armory Garrison. I mean, we have a nice blue 1911 mag. This is possibly made by MetGar. They make so many different mags for many companies. But here with this Teflon, it just gives it a very slick finish. It feeds really well. It pops out really well. And that Teflon is going to also be around the feed lip area, and it's going to work with your polymer or your metal follower. And so that's just going to give you more reliability. And again, all the tolerances, everything is just well done. And one of the things too about their magazines is they are the same quality that you get with your OEM magazines. So if a certain company is having MetGar make their mags, you're going to get the same quality directly from MetGar for their mags. And these are also supplied to the U.S. military. One thing about 1911 mags is they're straight walled. There's a very small taper at the end, so they really need to fit into the mag well. Your traditional government model doesn't even have a bevel on the bottom. This one has a little bit of a bevel, but you've got to really know how to get those mags in. And one of the other things about the MetGar mags is that finish. I mean, it's so smooth. And it's just going to aid in being able to feed reliably, go into the magazine well reliably. And just a lot of experience, And Metgar, again, has been around for 55 years, and there's good reason why. Great magazines. So guys, when it comes to high quality mags, and I hesitate to even say aftermarket, because again, they make magazines for so many different gun companies, and the quality's there. You know, I've been using these mags, again, for decades, and Metgar is just an excellent magazine. And you can find out more information at mec-gar.com. Smith & Wesson Equalizer. Guys, this is one of the best choices for those with little shooting experience, or for female shooters with smaller hands, or the elderly who have weaker hand strength. This gun was designed with the more vulnerable in mind, and yet it is an excellent gun to take to the range even for the seasoned shooter. It has a 10-round magazine, or a 13, which we have inserted, and it has a 15-round magazine. All three come with the handgun. We'll check to make sure the gun is unloaded. Now, one thing about this is it is so easy to rack that slide. It just makes it simple. There are some cocking shelves here at the back, so it allows you to be able just to bring it back really simply. And that's by design. Even a little bit of a weaker recoil spring. And then with the size of this handgun, it's not the micro 9 size, and yet it's much more compact than most of your double stack firearms. And really the thinness, and then with this grip, which it's still a very thin grip and yet houses that double stack magazine. It is optics ready. The sights have a cocking shelf here at the back, great for one-handed reloads. The slide has been reconfigured to give you more optimum, deeper slide cuts, be able to bring that slide back really easily. You can move the mag release from one side to the other. And it does have a grip safety, which a lot of people like and some people don't. But the 1911, which has been around for a long time, has the grip safety. Guys, it's honestly just a passive safety. And so unless you're depressing that safety and have a full grip, the gun will not fire. You can get it with an optional frame safety if you want that as well. But when you grip the grip safety, it allows you to pull that trigger and to do it safely. And especially, again, for those who have little shooting experience. We have a nice beaver tail right here that gives you a pretty low bore axis. The nice 3-dot sights. It also has an accessory rail, which you can install lights, lasers. Texturing is very well done on the frame, and then it's a little more texturing than it was on the EZ, but it just gives you a very solid, confident grip. The black nitride finish, which they call the Arbornite finish, it's over a stainless steel barrel and slide, and it really holds up to just being very corrosion resistant. And taking it out to the range, it shoots like a full-size handgun, and that's one of the big pluses for the Equalizer. Again, it doesn't have that really short barrel, so it doesn't give you that muzzle flip that a lot of the smaller micro 9s will. And so those, again, with little shooting experience, this just gives them more control over the firearm. The way the grip molds in your hand, it makes it very easy to control and to mitigate the recoil. So guys, if you're looking for a firearm for your significant other, this makes a great choice. Or you have parents or grandparents that would love to have a firearm in their home, but they just have trouble manipulating the slide and the functioning of the gun. This makes an excellent choice. And for more information, you can go to smith-wesson.com. So hopefully we've shown you some things that might pique your interest for gifts, for your family, friends, or again, for yourself. And we really appreciate GetZone.com for putting all this together and all the vendors that participated. Check out GetZone.com. It is a great Second Amendment friendly video platform. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. And Merry Christmas. Nation event and we really appreciate GetZone.com for putting together the holiday gift. Excess sights have been around for a long time. How long? Or just their DWT, WT. Get your butt out of there. You know, there's always that something out there for yourself. And these are really mini reviews of some ideas for you for holidays, for the Christmas season.